Welcome to session 5 of statistics. This is Alban Antony Pereira here. Hope everyone went through and understood all first 4 sessions of statistics. In this session 5, I am covering these particular topics: central tendency, measures of central tendency, requisites of an ideal central tendency, meaning of arithmetic mean, and the formula covered to calculate arithmetic mean when data is given, which is raw data, discrete data, and group data. In these three circumstances, the formula mentioned would be discussed in this particular session 5. So without delaying, let's start this theoretical session. First topic covered here is what is central tendency. Central tendency is a statistical measure which helps us to identify a single value as the representative of an entire distribution. We have the data or the distribution given in the particular problem, and we are supposed to find a central tendency, which is going to be a single value which acts as the representative for the entire data given or the entire distribution given in the problem. Further, it aims to provide further description of given data. Second subtopic of discussion in this session is measures of central tendency. There are 5 measures available. First one is arithmetic mean. With the help of arithmetic mean formula, we can find out the central tendency. Second is median. We can also find central tendency values with the help of median formula. Third is mode calculation. Fourth one is calculation of geometric mean, that is GM, and also we can find central tendency with the help of HM, that is harmonic mean method. So these 5 measures we are going to learn in the upcoming sessions. Third subtopic of discussion of this session is the requisites of an ideal central tendency. When can we call a central tendency an ideal one? We should see the below points. When the central tendency is easy to understand. If it is complicated, then we cannot call it as an ideal one. Also, it should be simple to compute. The computation should not be lengthy. The formula should be as much simpler as possible. Then it would be definitely called as an ideal central tendency. Thirdly, it must be based on all the observations. All the observations in the sense different values given as data in the problem. We should consider all the values or the observations and then find the central tendency. In that case, it would be definitely called as an ideal central tendency. And last aspect is it should be properly defined. What is the meaning of that particular central tendency measure and how to compute it, what are the values to be considered, and how to finalize it and simplify it and get the statistical answers. All these things, the data should be properly defined. So these are the 4 requisites basically required to be called as an ideal central tendency. Next, we'll understand the fourth aspect, that is arithmetic mean. You are going to find the sum of the observations and then divide the answer by the number of observations given in the particular question. That is called as arithmetic mean. After knowing the meaning of arithmetic mean, now let's understand the formula relating to the 3 categories. First one is the data given to us will be raw data. Second situation is data would be discrete data, and third one would be data given in the question would be group data. So in these 3 circumstances, which formula is applicable, let us understand. First, understand what is raw data. When you look at the problem, if a question is like this, wherein the question given says 20, 30, 40, 60 and 80, this particular data is only given, and then they ask to compute the arithmetic mean. Then in this case, these are all the standalone numbers given. So this is the raw data, and the formula for calculation of raw data is arithmetic mean of x is equal to sigma x divided by n. So here sigma x stands for the sum of all the observations divided by n stands for the number of observations, and this x bar stands for arithmetic mean of x observations. So this is the formula for computation of arithmetic mean in case of raw data provided in the question. Next we can see here there is discrete data and group data. In case of discrete data, value of x and value of f will be given. F stands for frequency and x stands for the x independent values 25, 35, 45, 55, 65. These are the values and frequency is the number of repetitions. So in this case you are going to use a separate formula other than the formula which you have used for raw data computation. And also in case of group data, information provided would be class intervals and frequency. Something like 10-20 frequency would be 11, 20-30, 30-40, 40-50 and the respective frequencies would be given. In this case what you are supposed to do is you are going to calculate or find x. X would be the mid value when compared it to the class intervals, and after getting the mid values you are going to find the arithmetic mean of the group data. So for both the cases, discrete data as well as group data, the formula would be same. Arithmetic mean of x is equal to sigma f into x divided by sigma f. This is the formula for calculating arithmetic mean relating to discrete as well as group data. So here you have to multiply f values with x values and then you get the summation, that is the sum of all the observations. Then you have to divide it with summation f, that is frequency. You should find the sum and then divide it with the sigma fx. So then you find the answer of arithmetic mean. Here I come to the end of the short session, session 5. Thank you very much for listening to this session. In the session 6 we will be solving different problems relating to the basics as well as the advanced aspect problems on arithmetic mean.